Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Take a Break and Make with Christy and
Kashoan.
We're here again in a basement.
It's my basement.
It's a wonderful basement.
It is. Today we are going to work in these really fun Tombow things. Mine is called Learn to Doodle, and this is the project that I'm going to work on today. I'm going to make a plant and put it in a pot.
That's clever.
I know. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to work on this one that is self-care journaling. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. You know how I am. Just go figure out.
So, like, my set came with all of these markers. Yours did too, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I have both of these sets. And so I just put all of the markers.
Oh, got it.
In this little cute bag I got.
That is cute.
Little pom-pom bag. So I have a lot of markers that didn't quite come with this kit. But we sell both of these kits in my store. So.
I actually got both of my girls this for Christmas, and they love it.
The self-care journaling.
I didn't really think they were into doodling so much, and you get cute stickers.
Yeah, it comes with some stickers that you can do. So if you're like into bullet journaling, or you have a planner, or you're just keeping track of... I remember when I was in therapy several years ago, I was going through and doing a mood tracker.
Oh, yeah.
And that was actually really helpful because I needed to know I was making progress.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to see when you're in a funk.
Oh, no kidding, right?
Anyway, we're kind of skipping ahead because we are going to talk about mental health today and some of the things that we've gone through and why it's important for us to take the time to take a break and make, and just why we are so passionate about this project and sharing it with all of you.
And we want to be really honest. We're normal people. We both got issues we both live with daily. I'm sure a bunch of you can relate to that. And we just want to normalize it, like not make it a shameful mental health, not make it a shameful thing. Just embrace it. Because that's what we've learned. And it did take us, I think it took us a long time to learn that, probably.
I mean, how long have you been working with therapy? I'm going to start doodling.
Yeah, me too. I started seeing a therapist in 2019, and I went like every week for a year. I was having trouble with some past stuff. My therapist was named Jesus. He's so awesome. It was funny, whenever he would text me, I'd get a reminder. It looked like it would say, "You're going to see Jesus at 2:00 tomorrow." That was kind of fun because I needed it. I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2019, and Jesus just gave me a bunch of techniques and things that I could use when I was having trouble. And then in December, I was diagnosed with depression, and I had no idea. Like, I knew I was sad, but I was just going through everything, doing the motions, taking care of everything, not taking care of myself. And there was one day when I laid in bed and like cried literally all day. And I was like, okay, Kashoan, you got to go see the doctor. This is not normal. And now I feel so much better. He put me on meds. And I remember telling Christy, I feel like I'm going so fast. And she was like, no, it's actually because you were going so slow for so long. Your body is like normal. So that was a good realization for me. So I'm on medicine. I'm trying to exercise more and take care of myself first. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. So I am living with PTSD every day, and there are things that trigger me. And the more you talk about it, it just like rolls off your tongue so much better. I can remember the first couple times I told somebody that, I felt like kind of ashamed with it coming out of my mouth, but then I felt so much better.
Yeah, I mean, PTSD, I don't know that a lot of people really understand what that's like. It gets thrown around quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with PTSD several years ago. I actually have quite a few triggers, and I've been doing trauma therapy.
Okay.
So it's therapy related for trauma, and I do EMDR. And it's a therapy where they use a light bar, and like there's something in your brain. I am not a scientist, I craft, but it's something in your brain that the therapist will ask you some pointed questions, and then you do this light bar. And with the light bar, you're supposed to, like follow it. And then I have some things in my hands that kind of pulse also. So I get a couple different sensory inputs, and I just kind of work through the traumatic experience, which is not fun.
No, that doesn't sound like fun.
It is not fun at all, but it really helps.
Oh, I bet.
And one of the things that you're supposed to do when you do EMDR, I don't know, is she had me come up with a safe space, and having a safe space in my mind that I could go to. And actually, so I got a tattoo of my safe space.
I know, I love that tattoo.
So it's a little hobbit hole.
That's so cute.
So it just helps me remember that this is a place where I can go. In my safe space, I have a little container that I put my trauma in.
Nice.
And it stays there until I'm ready to work on it. And then when I work on it, I either am okay with the trauma now, it's not traumatizing to me, and it can just go, or I can put that back in the container and I put it away
next time
the next time I'm there. So
that's what I was wondering, like when you're that's actually really smart. I like that.
Yeah, when you're there, you're in a safe spot to work on things. And then there's a little thing that we do at the end where you go back to your safe place, you put everything away, and it's like a little meditation that you do.
That's nice.
Just know that, there are ways that you can go get help for that.
Yeah, definitely talk to someone. That's the most important thing. Like, because I don't know about you, but I tend to shut down when I'm like that, and I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anyone to hear my voice. I don't want you to see me being messy. And now I'm just like, it's me. I do have panic attacks. That's something that I suffer from. Christy's seen that. I am like more open about it now. It used to be I would try to hide and cancel a lot. Ask her. I was really bad at canceling. Sorry. I was going through some stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, I would know that.
Yeah, definitely. But now, like, for example, how many weeks ago was that I came to your studio and I was having a panic attack, and you guys they all came together and just made me feel like I was in a really safe space and I could breathe again. It was really nice. So yeah, definitely talk about it.
And I guess like I've hired enough people.
Oh,
you know what? It's like we are all living with trauma right now. If you just consider the pandemic
no kidding,
as one big traumatic event that we've all had to live through. And so we're all kind of having to develop new coping skills and all of this stuff for just to feel comfortable and safe.
So it happens.
It's been rough.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to everyone. You are not alone. Just know that you're not alone. Oh, look at your hearts.
I know. They're kind of...
What do you think about my plant?
That's really cute.
This is my plant that I'm working on.
And I'm just doing hearts right now. I'm following this kind of guided
That's really
thing.
Fun. Now I want that one.
Where you just make hearts with the dual tone. Dual brush pens. That's what they're called.
Oh yeah, mine are the twin tone.
And then when you're done with that, then you go in with a twin tone and write on top. So this one, they have a gratitude list.
That's really fun.
So maybe I'll do that.
Oh,
but
you're gonna put my name on one of those, right?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
My hearts aren't big enough for everything I'm grateful for, so I'm gonna make them a little fatter.
Oh,
because that is good.
Twin tone. I like. They have the pointed end on it. The tip. I don't know what fine tip. Tip. Speaking of tattoos, mine. This was my first one. and it says just breathe, because you know what? I need to remember to just breathe. And when I'm having a really hard time, it really is like special to me. I don't know if I can get it in there. Yeah, it's like that. That was my reminder to myself that no matter what is going on, I need to breathe.
I started doing acupuncture.
I know.
Okay.
I'm kind of grossed out by it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like needles, but she can tell you.
Yeah. So I just thought I would try it because I've been going through some really rough times at home, and so I go with a friend, and there's this room that we go in, and it's just a bunch of recliners, and it's kind of dark and calm. And basically, you just go in and sit in your recliner and wait for the acupuncturist to come around. And she talks to you a little bit, and then she just starts putting in the needles.
How many people are in the room?
It depends. Like, when we went the other day, there was only one other person in there with us.
Oh, okay.
But they're like the noise canceling, what are those called? Like the white noise machines in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you can't even really hear, like if people are talking across the room, you can't really tell.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
And
so it's a chill.
Really, it is super chill. So then I was like, do I really believe in what acupuncture does? Like, is this really helping me?
Yeah.
But I decided that I didn't care if it was helping me or not, because for $15-20 a session, I can go and lie down in a recliner for an hour and be quiet. And it was...
You were quiet the whole entire time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think the reason I brought this up is because we were talking about breathing. And so I've been trying, when I'm there, I try and slow my breath to the point where I am only breathing 6 times a minute.
Wow. So
you breathe in for 5, you breathe out for 5, and that's 10 seconds. So if you do 6 of those,
oh wow,
then
that would be
6 times a minute. And so
that would be super
calming. It's so calming. So that was something I tried in acupuncture this week. Anyway, yeah, this acupuncture center, it was a really great find. I was glad that my friend recommended it. And so now I'll give a little shout out to Leslie, because she was who recommended. She is a very talented fiber artist, and she teaches classes all around the country. So Leslie Darling Fiber, you can follow her on Instagram.
She's kind of amazing.
Yeah, she is.
Don't you have lunch afterwards or something?
We have. So I'm saying this like we've done this a million times, but we've only gone twice.
Okay.
So every time we've gone afterwards, we go and get sushi.
Where do you go?
Saru.
Oh, I've heard of that. I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
I have not been there, folks. That's clear on the opposite side of town, way far from my house.
Yeah, well, you live out in the middle of nowhere.
I do live in the middle of nowhere, really. We built this house probably almost 10 years ago. Isn't that crazy? We actually inherited property from Kylie's grandpa, and when we told him we wanted to build a house, he was like, "You want to live in the country?" He was so confused. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" But I am not a country girl.
This doodling, I really like doing this.
Same.
I'm not very good at it, so it's not something that I do on a regular basis, mostly because I get frustrated that what I draw is not what is in my mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not very good. Like, to draw that, I would not be able to draw that. Like, even my hearts are kind of messed up here. Like, look at that. Those aren't great.
Oh, I think they're good.
But they're my hearts.
One school that we went to, you had to cover your books in paper sacks. Those are so fun to color on.
That is true. I did that quite a bit also. We were the same generation.
Definitely. Did you collect stickers?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, me too. And now I see all those sticker clubs on my Instagram, and I'm like, "Kylie, I really need this." And he's like, "Stop. You don't need that." Well, I do love stickers. I had a sticker book. My neighbor boy and a couple other kids, we would meet in my driveway like once a week and swap stickers. It was really fun. Garbage Pail Kids, do you remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were fun.
I was really big into Mrs. Grossman stickers, and they had a shop in the mall that we would go to. And so there was like a whole sticker store that you would go into.
Yeah.
And you could just peel off, like a little section, holographic stickers, teddy bear stickers.
And so now we put
scratch and
stickers.
sniff stickers.
Ooh, the scratch and sniff ones, those were good.
All those are great.
Like the pepperoni
So now
pizza.
we put them on our cups.
I just got a new one though, so I don't have any yet. I need to go to your studio and buy
I know.
some.
This one I really love. It says, guess what? And then it points to the chicken butt. All right, we probably need to finish up this episode. We spent a lot of time talking and not a lot of time
Oh, that's pretty cute.
crafting.
I know, that's okay.
I was still taking a break and making.
Yes, absolutely.
To bam. Okay, so here's my gratitude heart journal page.
Oh, I like that.
So all I need to do is fill in what I'm grateful for, and then it's ready to go. And I can tape it into my journal or stick it in my notebook or whatever.
That's really cute.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, so this has been episode 3 of Take a Break and Make with Christy and Kashoan. Continue to support us by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel.
Please, please.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. It's been so much fun. I hope it has encouraged you to talk about your feelings and just be yourself and always take a break and make.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
Bye.